Another big story, the coronavirus. Maryland has passed more than 400,000 confirmed cases since the beginning of the pandemic, adding another 1,000 in the last day. Deaths, hospitalizations, and the positivity rate also increased. Now, on the national scale, the U.S. is approaching its 30 millionth confirmed case of COVID-19. Now, large crowds of spring breakers defy a curfew in the heart of Miami Beach's nightlife district. Here's Nancy Chen.
New York officials are on alert after the state confirmed its first case of the more contagious COVID variant first seen in Brazil.
One of the concerns about this particular variant is that it has that mutation that's also in the South African variant, in the 1351 variant, that we know in certain cases is causing people who have already had coronavirus to get reinfected with it.
Nationwide, more than 81 million, or nearly 1 in every 3 American adults, have now received at least one vaccine dose. 17% are fully vaccinated, and millions who have already had the virus may carry some degree of immunity.
We're talking about some form of protective immunity in about 55% of the population. So there's enough of a backstop here that I don't think you're going to see a fourth surge. I think what you could see is a plateauing for a period of time before we continue on a downward decline.
In Miami Beach, thousands of spring breakers, many maskless, flooded the streets, defying a Saturday night emergency 8 p.m. curfew. While in Arkansas, Governor Asa Hutchinson says he plans to lift the state's mask mandate at the end of the month.
Common sense is going to replace mandates.
The governor says he expects residents to wear masks even when the mandate ends. Nancy Chen, CBS News.
A Baltimore church with several coronavirus-related violations opened for services again today. We first told you about Greater Grace World Outreach earlier this week. They were shut down for mask and social distancing violations. Despite not being allowed to reopen, the pastor held a service Wednesday and this morning. During a recording, Pastor Thomas Schaller said the church has herd immunity. Currently, Baltimore churches can congregate at 25% capacity. The CDC says roughly 124 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in the U.S. That's more than 3 million doses reported since yesterday. Based on the current rate, it's estimated that half the U.S. population will be at least partially vaccinated around mid-May.
Okay, with more Americans getting the shot, there's talk as to whether businesses can mandate the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, lawmakers in at least 27 states have proposed banning employers from requiring workers to get the shot. Here in Maryland, Delegate Nick Charles is introducing the Maryland Employee Protection Plan for vaccine refusal. It would keep companies from enforcing a vaccine mandate and firing workers who don't want to be vaccinated, and would keep employers safe from lawsuits if someone didn't get the shot, then became sick. One woman we spoke to says she doesn't want the shot, but still needs her job.
I'd be hurt. I'd be real hurt. You know why? Because, like, I got a family to feed. So it's like, if bands, though, you know what I'm saying, my job shouldn't be decided on if I get the vaccine or not. That's just like you telling me I should go get the flu shot. And if you don't get the flu shot, like, I should have an option on what I do with my body.
Representative Charles says those against the bill believe it will instill fear, but says it's not an anti-vaccine bill, it's a choice bill. And if it passes, it will only be in place for 2 years until studies show the vaccine is officially effective and safe.